Maxey, who was lost, as a timeout here. Upcoming Thursday at home against Green Bay. Same matchup we had in the NFC Championship game. Second and 18, pass underneath. Deontay Harris, and he's brought down by Trevathan. If Trevathan doesn't make that play, there is some room in front of Deontay Harris. It's just a 5-yard.
And Trent Taylor, most of the sun we talked about, you see the shadows are out of the way. A little bit of a glare in his eyes. Right on cue, he's signaling. But Taylor is back there inside the 20. Two timeouts for the 49ers. He'll let it go. And back there to down it inside the 3. The ball took a nice little kick. And then Lyndon Stevens made the play.
Went off the game at home against Carolina, where he set career highs. 4 catches, 46 yards.
How about that guy? I mean, what an unbelievable talent he is punting football. There were quite a few upsets today. Tua knocked off the Rams in his first NFL start down in Miami. I know fans of the Seahawks and 49ers are happy about that. We'll check on that Saints-Bears game that's going on right now. The Vikings upset the Packers. All the highlights on the horizon.
Saints are over their last 4 third-down tries. Here is one to Kamara, looking for blocks, and let's see where they put it down. Looks to be short the first down. It's Riggin.
Michael Hasty, each rookie running back is going to carry the load with the
Saints. See Sean Payton trying to get a timeout. Critical 4th down play here. But the way that they say
you don't put it in Jimmy Garoppolo's hand right here. You just keep handing it off. You get yourself into halftime. That's the key here. There's nothing good going to happen if you throw this football.
Especially when you know you're getting the football or you're set to receive. Garoppolo, 10 out of 15, suffered the interception. And the Seahawks defense, for all their problems, they lead the NFL in scoring points off of turnovers. And they did that again today. And that's what they'll do. Go to the half with DK Metcalf's 2 touchdown catches.
He did that back in 2003. Talk about yards after contact. These are all yards after contract, because he got a deal done right before the season opener at home against Tampa Bay.
Well, he has shown, if anyone didn't know already, how valuable he is with Michael Thomas missing games.
Here's a toss to Kamara on 4th down, a foot race, and Kamara wins it. Played through injuries last year, didn't look like himself. But he looks like number 41, a 3rd-round pick out of Tennessee now. He's healthy and just churning yards. Gets 7 here.
Great job here blocking Josh Hill. You've got to be able to secure that block if you're going to have a chance, and he does. And you've got to hold that block for a long time. It feels like an eternity when you're out there as the tight end before that running back gets the edge.
On 1st down, pass is caught. Forced out of bounds, Traquan Smith. And it's a gain of 4. Saints had 134 yards on their first 2 drives, but came away with 3 points total because of that 27-yard miss by Will Lutz. Then 2 3-and-outs, and now a nice drive they're putting together before the half. 23 seconds left. 1 timeout. Kamara underneath. Just goes out of bounds with Gibson closing in on him, a gain of 8.
Boy, that was about as soft a coverage as you could have by the Bears with Alvin Kamara. On that route right now, the Bears just trying to play not to give up a touchdown and saying, hey, they're in range for the field goal. We'll give them that attempt.
It would be a 47-yard try from here. Saints are thinking touchdown. Little shoulder fake, and flags fly as Harris is overthrown, but there was contact out there with Kyle Fuller.
Yeah, it was a double move on the outside with Deontay Harris. I didn't think it was much. I thought Fuller was playing soft and he wasn't going to bite, but it
Illegal contact, defense number
not much.
23. 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Which he's okay with that. I mean, he's just not going to give up the touchdown. But he was in a position at the time that there wasn't really that much of a move. That was the contact right there when he tries to go by him.
Kyle Fuller having the conversation. That's the 7th penalty against the 6th-year pro from Virginia Tech.
But they changed the call there, Joe, from a hold to pass interference.
Which is a big difference. That moves it to the 16.
Yeah.
Instead of just a 5-yard penalty. Saints have a timeout. End zone, and Cook was falling. Jared Cook was wide open and was losing his footing.
Yeah, he sure was. Was it the throw or was he falling, Joe? Let's take a look. It looked like the throw was kind of behind him. I mean, he was open, and yeah, I think that's hard to tell, really. I think as he's trying to come back, knowing it's a little underthrown, yeah, his footing gave out, and not able to make a play, but you don't see Brees miss many like that.
That was a missed touchdown there, and now with 8 seconds and a timeout remaining, it's 2nd and 10. End zone, Cook has got it this time. Touchdown New Orleans with 3 seconds left.
This is Pope. Pope to the near side. 40, 35, and another first down.
On the left side. This is a really good job, like I was talking about, for a big man. The stick right there, and that's just extremely soft coverage. That's Jalen Johnson, the rookie. I mean, that's not even contested.
4th touchdown catch of the season for Cook.
Pope again.
And this will be a 3-point game at the half. 3 seconds.
They go back to what Anthony Lynn told us on Friday, that he wasn't pleased with the run game. And then he said, hey, we need one of these running backs to step up in Austin Eckler's absence. And so far, it's been Tremaine Pope.
47. Single.
On 2nd and 5, and that'll get the first down inside the 25-yard line.
Starting to see a little more from Justin Jackson. Isn't it amazing when you throw someone else into the lineup, all of a sudden you go, you know what? They're starting to take away my reps. Maybe I better start running a little bit harder.
Justin Jackson in his 3rd season out of Northwestern, 6 feet, 200 pounds. When picking up the slack from Austin Eckler's a lot of slack to pick up.
Yeah, they really miss his presence.
And keep it on the ground.
Problem there with the quarterback exchange. It wasn't a clean exchange between Justin Herbert and Justin Jackson.
Let's take a look.
A little zone read to see who puts it in there up high, and Justin Jackson does everything he can just to hold on to it. Not a good mess between the ball carrier and the quarterback.
No gain, 2nd and 10. Herbert going to go for it all. Corner of the end zone. It is caught for the touchdown. Mike Williams. Boy, what a throw.
Well, it all starts with great protection, and you just watch Justin Jackson. The block he made to get Justin Herbert. Just watch Justin Jackson come up in here and make this block on the linebacker, Alexander Johnson. Watch him cut him. Now that gives Justin Herbert just enough time to make a really good throw and a one-handed grab in the back of the end zone by Mike Williams. Mike Williams has made a couple big catches in this one.
24-yard touchdown pass. Badgley. And he's got that one. 10-13 to play in the 3rd quarter. The Chargers come out and widen that halftime lead. It's now 21-3.
Justin Herbert putting the ball where it absolutely has to be, and the top 10 pick for the Los Angeles Chargers continues to impress. Charger fans, congratulations. There is more and more weekly evidence that you have found your next franchise quarterback, and it's the year after Phillip Rivers left town. Something else. By the way, speaking of rookie quarterbacks, we like to do this segment each and every time at this point in the week, during the late window of games, selecting the best rookie performance from the early window of games. We know Justin Herbert is making a statement right now that he might be the best rookie performer for the week. But from the early window of games, let's take a look back and let's go to Cincinnati for the best rookie performance presented by Verizon. And we go to the number 1 overall pick. Joe Burrow has been asked to do so much in his rookie year. The starter really on day 1. Remember, Herbert started on the bench when Tyrod Taylor was the quarterback of the Chargers. Burrow was handed the keys to the franchise right from the beginning. And you're going to take your lumps. Cincinnati has problems on the offensive line. They had no Joe Mixon for this game today. But Burrow found a way against a 5-1 Tennessee Titans crew in Cincinnati to go 26 of 37, 249 yards, and 2 touchdowns. You see that one to Gio Bernard right there. His passer rating rolled up to, let's round it up to 107. And you look at his shot chart, if you will, or his completion chart, the squares in orange are his completions. Delivered the football left, right, and center. Had a couple of deep shots as well today. Excellent job by Joe Burrow, who now on the season is 221 of 330. 330 attempts. That's right up there among the highest volume passers in the league. 67% completions, 2,272 yards, 11 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, and the second victory of the season for the Cincinnati Bengals, who beat Tennessee 31-20. That was one of the 8 games from the early week. And again, don't hit me up on social media and tell me Justin Herbert's playing a better game than Joe Burrow did. We're watching it right now for the 6th pick of the draft, and we're giving him his kudos. But again, that was from the early window of games. Joe Burrow, best rookie performance presented by Verizon.
Showed great composure and poise, and he's having fun doing it, which is awesome to see.
And we have a penalty marker on the kickoff in the end zone. Rich, I don't think we've had a penalty marker on a kickoff all season long, and we've had 2 today.
I know, it's sloppy.
Why should that be disabled too?
No, mom would be mad. She was my face.
And it's against the kicking team, Chargers.
Illegal formation, kicking team, 5-yard penalty, re-kick.
So we'll do it over again.
Well, Greg, I'd make him re-kick as well. Whenever you run down on a kickoff, you sprint it down, now you make him do it again. You need a big play, Rich. You have to have something, and right now is your opportunity on kickoff return.
Yeah, we saw the touchdown, kickoff return for actually, Jay, you saw one last week. You were here.
Yeah, Kansas City, that was the big play. You're in that game, and you give up the kickoff return for a touchdown and an interception return for a touchdown, but you want to get back in. It looks like... Yeah, they just added it on. I would have made him kick it again.
You're right, Jay. Sometimes when you're struggling offensively, a big play in the kicking game can really kind of jumpstart an offense. And I think that is something that, when you think about it, you're struggling as much as you're on offense, the 5 yards. I mean, getting the ball out to 30, that's not the type of impact that you're really looking for.
So they start from the 30-yard line with Melvin Gordon in the backfield and Locke to throw. And can't get started. It goes down back at the 24-yard line, just inside the 25. Jerry Tillery in on the quarterback.
Yeah, good. You talk about the push up and the pressure outside, but then you're going to get the sack from the pressure inside. And you can tell this is a defense that's been built the right way by investing in their defensive line. It's where they spent a lot of their money in draft capital. Bosa, Ingram, and Tillery are all former first-round picks.
2nd and 15 now. Locke on the move again and just barely got it away as a penalty marker flies.
Oh, that's that shoulder, Greg, that he hurt in week 2 against Pittsburgh, that rotator cuff strain that he had that's kept him out the last couple games.
Tillery again into the backfield.
It's 2 games after the Pittsburgh game, was able to come back and play against the Patriots and again last week against the Chiefs. But man, that's not what you want to see.
Offense, a penalties decline. 3rd down.
The penalty is on DeMar Dotson, the right tackle.
Talked to Drew Lock about that injury and how difficult it was to come back from that injury. Did a lot of work on his rotator cuff, trying to get the range of motion back, the strength back. See the hold right there.
So 3rd and 15. Throwing again, intended for Lindsey. And Locke pulls himself off the turf. Here's how he got hurt the first time.
We were there week 2 in Pittsburgh, and he scrambles around, doesn't feel the rush from the backside, and that was what sent him to the locker room, and they didn't return. And those rotator cuff strains are hard to come back from, especially if it's in the throwing arm. They've allowed pressure on the passer on 45% of their dropbacks this season. That's the 3rd most in the league. Got to do a better job up front in protection.
K.J. Hill at his own 25 awaits the punt. From his 18.
Better games I've seen
Near side of the field.
Not disappointed.
Caught from behind and down at the 25-yard line.
With respect to, I think, the
And we are now into second half action between the Seahawks and the Niners. Toss the pitch out to Tevin Coleman, and we're underway in the 3rd quarter. That was Jerry McKinnon, excuse me, not Coleman.
This could get out of hand pretty quickly, and then wouldn't you know it, right now.
This is what they've been doing. Seattle has been doing. They have stymied them in the running game, really setting edges. And I think that's what I'm saying. When you talk San Francisco, you're talking about the wide zone. You want to get out there. You want to press that wide zone. You've got to be great at setting the edge. Alton Robinson that time really did a good job of setting that edge, turning it back inside for the pursuit.
Averaging just 2.5 yards a carry on the ground. The ball is loose. Picked up after McKinnon couldn't hold it. It's Brandon Ayuk, and he gets a lot out of that. As he gets up across the 30, but it's going to be short of the first down.
Yeah, trust me, that wasn't designed. I'll pitch it to you, you lay it on the ground. And, it worked out here, but this is one of the things that has really been missing for this Niners offense. Deebo Samuel had the hamstring injury last week, and it's really all these specials, all these plays that you want Deebo running the football. Deebo is the one guy that's got that body type, 215 pounds, that can still run between the tackles outside. They're really missing that right now.
Spun out of one tackle and then fell down. Bobby Wagner created the problem for Garoppolo, and also DJ Reed helped out. That's the 3rd sack of the game for this new look Seattle defense.
And this is what happens when you don't believe in the guy pulling the trigger from the quarterback position. What do? Bring pressure. When you don't believe he can hurt you throwing the football, what are you going to do? Bring pressure, get him on the ground, give our offense the opportunity to get it all again after the punt.
David Moore from inside the 25 gets up across the 30, works the sideline, and a nifty return across the 35 before he goes out of bounds. Seahawks defense does its part. We're going to look at the offense in the second half, leading 13-7.
All 3 games in a TV timeout. Let's go back to the New England-Buffalo game. We showed you this earlier, and we'll be talking about it all. Cam Newton with a critical back-breaking fumble for the Patriots when they were in position to tie it up at the end of the game with a field goal and force overtime with the Bills. He puts it on the ground. The turnover woes continue. And afterwards, he talked about the mistake and another loss for New England.
No, it affects me more that, I still am jeopardizing this team's success because of my lackluster performance. Taking football, so, Coach trust me with the ball in my hands, and I wouldn't want it any other way. I just do a better job protecting.
Next question, Andrew Callahan, followed by Chris Ryan.
Cam, obviously, I'm sure you couldn't see, the defensive lineman who tracked you down there at the end. But can you take us through what you were seeing on that play as you're kind of turning the corner, getting closer to the end zone?
I just got to protect the ball better, keep the ball high and tight.
What were the conversations like for you at the start of that drive? You guys obviously had 4 minutes of field to go, and the game within reach then.
No, in that situation, we was
waiting until there.
As we would have expected it to do. Wasting the time, still staying efficient, moving the ball forward. But, once again, I just have to do a better job of protecting football.
You can't give Cam credit for standing in and answering the questions. It's a season like we have not seen in a couple of decades for the New England Patriots.
Changes the play from the pass to run. Must have saw something in the front to do that, and we talked a lot about that with him. Just his ability to process information quicker and more efficiently at the line of scrimmage.
This is Pope again. Pope, midfield, 40. Inside the 35-yard line before he's brought down. Rayshawn Jenkins. Excuse me, that's not the tackler. The tackle was made by Kareem Jackson.
Yeah, just watch this hole open up, this crease right here. I mean, this is a big hole. And, Greg, to me right now, the Chargers look like the team that's playing with a greater purpose, greater sense of urgency, with the greater energy. That was a mistake. Just watch the quarterback was in between whether to hand it to the back or throw the ball out to the receiver. I don't think the receiver was anticipating it. A little run-pass option. Watch Herbert. He's going to fake the ball, and then he realizes, you know what, I think I'm just going to kick it out wide. And the receiver, both receivers are busy blocking. You got Mike Williams out there along with Jalen Guyton, and they weren't anticipating the quarterback throwing on the ball on a quick slant.
You're saying that's not the way it was drawn up.
No, it wasn't. But, there hasn't been a lot of, you look at, talk about bust or missed assignments or mental errors. There hasn't been a lot.
Justin Herbert continues to work, looking for more on the board, and shoots it out right side, incomplete. But we go to the triple box here, as you see in the upper right-hand corner. The Saints and the Bears have just kicked off to begin the second half. Aaron Andrews does her work from field side there, and all three games are now into third quarter action. Two of them, one-possession games there in Chicago and in Seattle. But let's go back. The closest team to the red zone right now is the Los Angeles Chargers. See if Justin Herbert can add to his already sparkling day.
Got it away. Down the sideline and incomplete.
Well, that's one I'd like to have back because he had Guyton one-on-one with Boye, and he just couldn't hold it. You're going to see the pressure come, and Justin Simmons is unblocked, and so he doesn't have the time he needs to.
Size and speed and fluidity of movement. I mean, he is. We see those cartoon characters. We draw up here and put all of that. He is a cartoon character. He is an absolute unbelievable player.
Travis Homer to try a 52-yard field goal. His longest this season, 53. Got it away. And good. 52 yards.
They tried to double Metcalf and all in this game. I know you can lock it on the other side.
Well, one of the things as we...
Defense, number 91. The 5-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
Call on Armstead.
Well, one of the things Seattle does really